I kind of felt that I didn't kind of feel it was happening of the competitiveness was kicking in. And I'm not saying with you, I'm saying with Alyssa and myself, that there was a lack of female support.
Oh, yeah.
And I personally was never, I've had the same publicist for, I don't even know how long, Leslie Sloan. And, she could come on the podcast and be like, Shannon never cared about somebody else getting a cover. Like, it just wasn't like in my wheelhouse. And I actually, even though it was supposedly good for my career, we were working so hard. I was like to then go on your weekend and do a photo shoot was kind of a nightmare to begin with. But there was a competitiveness with Alyssa. I heard that she addressed it in her book. Obviously, I'm never reading her book because it's sorry, not sorry. So right there, it tells me like, well, you're not friggin' sorry. Like, why even mention something in that case? And there was also competitiveness about you, which was really interesting of, trying to pull you away from me and that, transpired in that second season. And it was, I know for me, it was an incredibly rough season. You were going through health stuff. You were in the hospital and my dad had been, as you know, in and out of the hospital nonstop, and hospitals scared me to death. And I, waited 24 hours after your surgery to go. And then it wasn't even easy for me to get in. I was like being told I couldn't even get in.
It was not fun.
Alyssa and her mom, like they were blocking people from seeing you. And at the time you didn't know. And I remember you texted me and were like, dude, are you going to come to see me? And I could feel like your pain of feeling like I'd abandoned you.
Right.
But I also felt like my anger at the situation of not being allowed to come see you. And like how a sort of family had like swooped in and caused like this sort of weird divide between the two of us that then continued throughout season 2, where I think I cried every single night of season 2. What is your take on season 2? Because it was really interesting. And you can go like broad strokes.
Watching season 2, I like season 2 because I feel like we were more ourselves than anything.
I agree.
But, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. I think it was pretty obvious that I was raised by teenage parents. I didn't have a big family. And so you're right. When a family swooped in and tried to be, basically adopt me, it was very seductive for me. And I also wanted, I wanted everybody to get along. I wanted the show to be successful. And that was part of that. There were no angels. There were no demons. We all had bad days. We all had good days. We all could have behaved better at certain points. But there was a lack of awareness of a bigger, broader picture of just being, like you said, grateful to have a job and to be doing something that we liked and to be in a position of power to do something that we liked was not something that happens easily or normally or routinely.
Well, we are out of time for today, but there is